way I stay alive on a daily is crazy. I get short-tempered, don't talk pay me. Turn to the dark side if my days ever get rainy. Dreamy, never not maybe. Yeah, I roll with...
So, the time is 5 a.m. We managed to change our flight last night to an earlier one, 4:3 result. But what that does mean is we've had 4.5 hours sleep. But we're going to Amsterdam, baby.
With Jamie, and I know Sadie, her, she's a cool young lady. Back to the way I live daily. Had bed though, but that didn't change me. Plus I got a daughter.
Gosh, part of the 5 a.m. club now. We are jetting off to Amsterdam. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Her name ain't Amy. I ain't got a winning the Blue Scar project, but I'm getting one, so stay away from me. I'll spray 3/8 and I'm not even crazy, not even lately. Feel so calm, so you can't irate me. While that one don't know how to take.
Just so you realise, we did pay an extra £3.45 to have a pod to take us to the terminal. Not too sure why, but this is what we call riding in luxury. We've got the sunrise, we're on a pod. Fucking what a time to be alive, eh?
I said I take cat cruise on a daily standard. I've done the dance more than your whole gang. I swing free man just like Bill Danwood, eh?
So believe it or not, Sam just actually made it through security and then doubled back and asked, can you please touch me up some more? He was like, I really liked it when you frisked up my leg. It's the most action I've had for a while.
You're never going to get any subscribers on YouTube.
From Brentwood, I come from Danwood. I'm straight from man, a bad man would. Standing flames, you could not cause you ain't from Danwood. Your whole plan would flop if you come across me and got Larry standard. Most of you MCs are just angered. Why these raw talent ain't ever been pampered. Scrimp and scrape standing, I did what you banded. Pull him away to the top like a bandit. Come through like Smokey and the bandits, but one bandit can't stand it. He can see the title.
We have arrived 3 hours later than planned. 3 hours. Bird flew into the engine. Bad day to be a bird. Even worse day to be us because we were delayed, hungry, starving. We have got some roast beef, we got some mango, we got some ananas, and we got some Optimum Prime. What have you got, Sam?
My Nutri-Score D bacon and egg sandwich and some protein. What was it, mango?
We're gonna have some roast beef with pepper, and yes, of course I was gonna come to Amsterdam and just buy beef. Look at that. My God, banging.
See the title, thinks I'm gonna hand it to him, but nobody planned it.
So, love it when a plan comes together. We have fucked it big time. So, not only was the thing 3 hours delayed, we've now spent like an hour and a half trying to find a coffee shop in Amsterdam. Turns out, the only coffee shops they do, they sell very good vegetables and they don't have good spaces to plonk a laptop down. So, we're heading back to the hotel now. We're gonna check in, freshen up, and then we're gonna get some mild anxiety from finishing programs very, very fast, and then we're gonna get mega bad anxiety this evening from
Beers.
vegetables and beers. So, give the people an update, brother.
We're walking back to the hotel. Joel's got all his programs to do. I've been organised, got my work done, so I'm just gonna chill, have a good time, maybe hop in the pool, and you can stress over your programs.
Seems to be that the plan of attack today is pretty simple now. It is get as much work done as I can, because, as a wise man once said, Mr. Talander, be a degenerate, but get your shit done anyway. And that's kind of the goal of this trip, is to learn a lot about periodization, get the programs done, have a great time, but enjoy it as well.
Very good, very nice.
Standing, I did what you banded. Pull him away to the top like a bandit. Come through like Smokey and the bandits, but one bandit can't stand it. He can see the title, thinks I'm gonna hand it to him, but nobody planned it.
So we're all caught up. Well, I say we're all caught up. I've done the majority of the programs that I needed to do. It was a little power 90 minutes down in the lobby and fueled by a very great coffee actually. So I'm quite excited. We're heading out for, we'll try and pronounce it, Maillard Smash Burger. Maillard Smash Burger. Went here last time, and last time I couldn't really enjoy it because I'll tell the story. We got a little bit...
Too many beers?
Yeah, we got a little bit drunk, so to speak. Ended up not being able to really get home and getting way too drunk in the burger shop. So as we were there, I was waiting nice and patiently, all good, and then it hit me all at once. And then next thing you know, I was absolutely no way. And tried to eat the burger. I think it tasted really nice, but then getting home was the challenge. So today, we're tasked with getting home safe and sound. That's the main thing. But on the flip side, enjoying some burgers, which is going to be quite nice, I think. So Sam's got his selfies all taken. He's been literally routinely just snapping topless photos and sending them to random, unsuspecting birds. Yeah, so Mia's Smash Burger is on the menu, and we are going to enjoy it. That's pretty much it.
Right, let's go. Stop fucking about the camera.
We're not taking the camera. We're going to do the old vlog on this. We're going to go for it. So, we've just trekked very, very far for a Mia's Smash Burger. And we get here and they say, look, there's one burger left. You can share it between the two of you. And they've even had the audacity to chop this up for us. Do they know I finished 20 inches of pizza last night and I'm a very, very hungry man. This best be good.
Alright.
That is
Give me the rating.
cross-section area.
Oh. That was it.
Like, really fucking good. But to the point I'm annoyed.
Because you want a whole one.
There's like 2 more bites and it's gone.
Cat cruise on a daily standard. I done the dance more than your whole can. I swing free man just like Bill Danwood. I ain't from Brentwood, I come from Danwood. I'm straight from man.
So, what is good? The time is 7:45 and I am weddy blino. Could sleep on a chicken's lip right now, but we've got some learning to do. We're going to go down for breakfast, hopefully bump into some of the crew. Buffet breakfast, and I don't really feel hungry either. I just want a boatload of coffee. And then we're going to go learn about periodization. Now, we're not allowed cameras in there, I don't think. I'm going to try and sweet talk and see if I can get some behind the scenes clips. There's a cat on the balcony opposite that is giving me the eye right now. This little pesky fella sat on the balcony wants to fight. But look at that view though, lads. Look at that view. Look at it. We've got water, we've got buildings, we've got everything. Like I said, we're gonna fucking get ready, get showered. We're gonna get after it. Anyway, Sam, come on.
Yeah, baby.
What? The energy's picking up in here now. Let's go.
The way I stay alive on a daily is crazy. I get short tempered. Don't talk pay me. Turn to the dark side if my days ever get rainy. Dreamy, never not maybe. Yeah, I roll with Jamie. And I know Sadie. Her, she's a cool young lady. Back to the way I live daily.
3 biggest takeaways.
Training's really complicated. Programming is infinitely hard, and I will never be able to implement everything that I've learned. By the time it's actually going to be useful for me.
Not even crazy, not even lately. Feel so calm, so you can't irate me. Why that one don't know how to take me?
The brain is Steve cooked. We have just finished the comprehensive periodization seminar. And to say it was comprehensive was probably the understatement of the year. We're just up at the rooftop bar now. Gonna have a chill out, have some drinks. Got Heineken being ordered, which means that we're just gonna mellow out a little bit. Today has been filled with stimulants and knowledge, and now this evening is gonna be balanced out in like undulating fashion, where we're gonna go for degeneracy and drinking. That's kind of the moral of the story. Undulation periodization is better, so you want to kind of balance your qualities, aka degeneracy and adulthood, and then wave them throughout the weekend.
I said I take cat cruise on a daily standard. I done the dance more than your whole can. I swing free man just like Bill Danwood. I ain't from Brentwood, I come from Danwood. I'm straight from man, a bad man would stand in flames, you could not cause you ain't from Danwood. Your whole plan would flop if you come across me and got Larry standard. Most of UMCs are just anger.
Right, Sam, we've sunk him under the bus when it comes to periodization content. The man's on his last legs.
I can do a 9 to 5 of periodization, right? But when you're having beers in the evening, you want to go out and enjoy Amsterdam, and there's still more periodization to talk about.
Fucking sorry.
I want some beers.
We have just, I say we've just finished as if like it was 5 hours ago, but we're all done with the socialising, the doing of the keto stuff. We've had the conversations, we've had everything. Right now, it is up for me and Sam to go fly the flag for the degeneracy of the group. We're going to hit Amsterdam town again. We've got a Mexican restaurant that we're going to go to, which is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to bring you along with that. Essentially, I'm going to do my big takeaway for the evening tomorrow. But the best thing about these courses, and why I'll always kind of fly myself out rather than kind of do the online version of it, is these courses are more about the people that you meet rather than the things that you learn. And that's the best thing about it. It's like being able to strike up conversations with people that, you know, you've seen once or twice before, but on a different course, and try and take their perspective into something that they've taken from today. That's the best thing about it. Like, we've had chats with kind of over 10 coaches today around their thoughts, their philosophies and their feelings on kind of what we've chatted about, and ultimately that's the thing that you can't really learn. That's the thing that you can't learn in a textbook, and yeah, that's the best part about it, is being able to kind of sit down, have chats with these people, share a fucking beer, and ultimately learn from the experiences that they've had, because you haven't lived those experiences, and every single person in there is going to take something different away from that course. But we'll get into that. We're going to go be a degenerate right now.
Man would stand in flames, you could not, cause you ain't from Danwood. Your whole plan would flop if you come across me and got Larry standard. Most of UMCs are just anger.
It's 5 in the morning and I go we woke up at this time like 24 hours ago. Sam was in charge of ordering the Uber. My phone had died and I was like, right mate, just order us a Uber back to the hotel. We end up like 37 minutes outside of Amsterdam, and the bloke
even further from where we started.
The bloke is like, oh yeah, it's my second day on Uber. I'm like, well mate, this is like your worst day, and it will be. You've taken us to the wrong place, and by you've taken us to the wrong place, Sam has put the wrong place in on Uber. You've taken us to the right place. But yeah, we ended up in the Four Seasons Hotel. We are in Four Elements.
Oh, it's bedtime.
Wow. It is 20 past 11, well, 11:30. We're checking out in 40 minutes. We've just woke up. Still cute though. Feeling a bit rough, I'll be honest. Very, very rough. Joel can't handle his drink. Neither can Sam, actually. I'll let him tell the story, because fucking, yeah, he's a dingbat, mate. Absolute dingbat.
Housekeeping.
We are a couple of carcasses right now. That's a tired man right there. But we're off to Omaleg for some food. So, yeah.
Oh, my leg.
Oh, my leg.
Cat cruise on a daily standard. I done the dance more than your whole gang. Swing free man just like Flo Danwood. I ain't from Brentwood, I come from Danwood. I'm straight from man, a bad man would stand in flames, you could not, cause you ain't from Danwood. Your whole plan would flop if you come across me and got Larry standard.
Well, we are very hungover and it is 6 p.m. We've done a whole lot of nothing. We finished off some work, but been a bit carnage for the whole trip as a whole. We absolutely mashed our brain yesterday. It was very fun, learned a lot. Been a little bit mad, a little bit wild, but we're gonna give a little bit of a recap at the end. I want to kind of run through some of the big takeaways from the day, but we'll do that probably at the airport. What is happening? So we're in the airport, we're all checked in, we've just made it through security now, happy days, but I thought I'd come on and just kind of roll a little bit about my big takeaway from the weekend. So people often ask, like, why do you come to these things? Why do you travel this far? Like me and Sam, you know, we spent probably £1,000 to be here, right, to learn and immerse ourselves in this kind of course and what it's about. And for me, it's not so much more about the content of the course, while that stuff is like super valuable, and you know, the stuff that you learn and take from there is stuff that can kind of shape, mold your training going forward. And I know there's going to be some tweaks that I'll make, but the biggest thing is just getting someone to look over what you do and almost second guess the thought process that you have, because this industry, one of the hardest things that I found is that there's no standardization, there's no, you know, overview, there's no one kind of mentoring you through the process. It's up to you. And I feel personally that too many people just kind of rest on their laurels and they don't actually continually push themselves to educate, but almost just challenge their beliefs a little bit. They're kind of in this little echo chamber that they're in, and their way is the highway and that's it. But there's many ways to skin a cat, and it's why I'll always like throw myself into these, is to try and learn from people that have been there, done that, got results with people, and I want to learn how they did it so I can see, what do I need to start doing in my coaching, what do I need to stop doing, and what do I need to carry on doing to get better results with the athletes that we work with. And that's the biggest thing for me. And people say, why don't you just do the courses online? Like I said, it's not so much about the content in there, it's the people that are in the room. And I think that's the biggest thing, is like, you know, there were 50 coaches there, and every single coach that was there has a different thought process, a different perspective, and a different way that they view what is being spoken about there. So while the topic of the conversation is periodization, everyone then kind of puts their own spin on it, with the athletes that they work with, the people that they've had results with, the failures that they've had throughout the system, and being able to bounce those ideas and the questions that other people are asked are often things that kind of spark thought process in your brain as well, which is the best thing for me. And like, you know, being able to then just go sink a couple of beers with the boys and girls and have a great time, just kind of chatting, shooting the shit, and just seeing how we can all be better. And that's the best part about it. And the biggest takeaway from the course itself that I think a lot of people misunderstand is that the program that you write is only as good as the next one that follows it. And if there's no structure and there's no thought process, then there's nothing really there to be able to kind of string program to program to program to continually drive a little bit more stress each time to get you better, then you're going to be missing out. And that's what this course is about. Periodization is the planned manipulation of training variables to influence performance and recovery, and how you do that is over years. And that's the biggest thing that I've taken away, is like, you know, one program is great and you can throw as much shit as a wall as you want in that program, but it's got to have a reason, and that reason often links into the bigger picture of why you're doing it. And that's the thing that we always try and preach with our athletes. It's not about the first program that you do, it's, you know, the one that you do next. And being able to continually get results with athletes 5 years on now and wanting to be able to expand that, this is the things that open up the doors, because the system that we've got is developed for the athlete with long-term progression in mind. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. So the second biggest takeaway that I've had, and this is probably the most important one, was a conversation I had with Dan, and it's that, you know, people think coaching is about the sets and the reps and the program that you write. At the end of the day, that's not coaching, that's programming, that's program design, that's what you want to happen. But how it's actually executed and how it's put across, that comes down to actual coaching and being able to communicate, chat, and, you know, ultimately get to know the athlete in front of you and start to learn how they respond to stuff has been the biggest thing. And I think that's the one thing that I've taken away from this, is that it's all well and good to have this system alongside it and almost having that structure and that framework in mind to be able to kind of develop someone long term, but how you actually apply that is the most important thing. And that's the thing that separates kind of getting results and not, is the application of it. Because anything can be great, but if it's written down on paper, it doesn't do anything for you. It's the effort that you chuck in, the intensity. So yeah, keep that one in mind. But apart from that, that was episode 3 of Building a Strength Solution. 48 hours in Amsterdam. Had some fun. Catch you in the next one. Adios.
The way I stay alive on a daily is crazy. I get short-tempered. Don't talk, pay me. Turn to the dark side.